September 25th. Today is a shot day. I weighed myself earlier today and I was 240.6, slightly up from my last shot day of 3 days ago. Not really worried about it. Don't love it, not worried about it though. I did take 6 milligrams today. I said before that I was kind of contemplating maybe going to a 5-day schedule or a 7-day schedule. I still haven't determined if I'm going to do that or what I'm going to do there. So that's kind of just up in the air for now. That's kind of on the back burner. Health-wise, stuff is same old, same old. I've had a little bit of the gas pains, sulfur burps, that kind of stuff. Not really. I've had a little bit of acid reflux lately. I'm not sure if I'm not drinking enough water, maybe. I guess, we could always drink more water, right? I did have a doctor appointment today. Lately, I've been noticing this bulging feeling down below. So I was worried about uterine prolapse. So I was lucky that I was able to get in to see my lady doctor today. And I do have a prolapse. It's not uterine. I have both, basically bladder and rectal. Good times, right? So surgery is an option, but from what I've read, 1 in 3 people generally have to go back under and get surgery again when they go the surgery route. And those odds do not seem great to me. Then there's another thing that you can do with an estrogen cream that gets inserted that helps strengthen the walls. And because I guess when you hit perimenopause or menopause, your estrogen depletes, your vaginal walls can atrophy, and then that, all the internal organs that are up there, they can move around because the walls just get weaker. So yesterday I had an appointment with a menopause, like a concierge service, basically. It's called MIDI, M-I-D-I, MIDI Health. And that lady was gracious enough to understand what I was going through, because when I went to see my regular lady doctor back in May, she was just like, oh no, the blood work from your hormone panel looks fine. I don't think you need anything. So I was very frustrated with that, because even if she doesn't think I need it, I think that I need it. And it's not like she'd be prescribing me just crazy amounts of like estrogen or whatever. So I wanted to try it to see if I would feel better in general. So I was pretty miffed that she was just like, nope, hard pass. So this concierge service, she was just like, yeah, if you're experiencing these symptoms, let's get them treated. Let's see what we can do. So then today when I went in there, she was like, my regular lady doctor was like, oh, from these symptoms, would you consider using, like a vaginal cream? And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I asked you for this back in May. And she's like, oh, I wonder why I didn't prescribe it then. And I'm like, who knows? So she's on board with the cream now. She still doesn't think that I need the estrogen patch or the progesterone pill. But she's like, well, if the other doctor prescribed it, let me know how you feel on it. So I said, okay, will do. Point being, the cream is supposed to help strengthen the walls back up. And there's also a TENS unit. So TENS units, usually you see them like for muscles, and they're patches and like electricity goes through them and it helps to stimulate the muscles. Well, they have one for ladies now that gets inserted, and the very low dose electricity helps contract the muscles and can help build them up. So I'm going to try that as well. I'm basically trying to try everything that I can outside of surgery, because I don't think the surgery is warranted. But man, I was so happy to hear that it was not uterine prolapse, because that just terrifies me. The idea of it just like slipping out, like all the way, like your insides on the outside. No, thank you. So as much as having a prolapse or two sucks, I will take it over the uterine prolapse. And hopefully, within a couple months, stuff gets strengthened back up again. I've been trying to do my Kegels, you're supposed to do them for like 10 seconds, 10 reps, 3 times a day to strengthen those muscles up. So hopefully with everything, stuff will tighten up and it'll be all great. Fingers crossed, right? Apparently overweight can cause prolapses too. And men can get prolapses, but more of I think they can, of the rectal variety. And Kegels help them too. So, yeah. My point being, with the overweight that can contribute to it, having lost some weight should help. If I can lose more weight, more than likely that will help. Doing internal exercises should help. So I hope I can lose more weight in a timely fashion. I saw a lady the other day who ended up losing, what was it? It was like 80 pounds or 90 pounds over 18 months. Like, it took a while. And as much as I don't want to go 18 months to lose that kind of weight, I mean, if I end up in the end losing 80 pounds, 100 pounds altogether, I suppose, I mean, I'm going to be living this life regardless, right? I might as well try to make the most of it and try to just keep on doing what I can. I watched a movie called Trap. It had Josh Hartnett in it. It was interesting because you don't usually see Josh Hartnett as a villain. And I'm not giving anything away. You find out from the first 10, 15 minutes that he's the bad guy here. I liked it. It was a thriller. The whole time I was trying to figure out how he was going to get away with it. And the acting was pretty well done. I enjoyed it. So if you want to watch a thriller, it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, which I was surprised at. It was good. I liked it. I also watched a film called JoJo Rabbit. I saw it a number of years ago, and it was so well done. I saw it in the theater. It's a Taika Waititi film, and it's like an interesting premise. So it's the end of World War II, set in Germany. This 10-year-old, Johannes, called JoJo for short, he has an imaginary best friend who's Hitler, played by Taika Waititi, and they get into scrapes together and stuff like that. Scarlett Johansson plays his mom. It's a funny film. It's a sad film. I definitely cried during different parts. I thought it was so well done. I will always recommend JoJo Rabbit to anybody. It's great. It's a really good film. The acting is really well done. The message basically is really well done. Taika Waititi, he's pretty funny as Hitler, which you don't think that you would see a funny Hitler, but Taika Waititi definitely does the job. We started watching the 4th and final season of Umbrella Academy. We're a few episodes in. It's a really short season. It's 6 episodes, so I think we only have 1 or 2 to go, maybe. It'll be interesting to see how they wrap that up. And I did hear that it was a series finale, so that's kind of a bummer because it's a really interesting, I think it's based on a graphic novel maybe, but that's a pretty good one too. So have a couple episodes of Umbrella Academy to go. I'm finishing out the 3rd season of Ted Lasso. Oh, I started watching My Life is Murder. It's got Lucy Lawless. She's a retired, I think, police detective, and they still bring her in to consult on cases here and there. It's kind of more of a lighthearted mystery series. Definitely, I mean, it's sometimes people have died, and so she's trying to solve that crime, but it's not a lot. It's not very gritty, It's got more humorous moments than deep, dark type moments. So My Life is Murder. That one it's pretty good so far. Okay, guys, I will see you in roughly 3 days. Until then, bye.